Dumplings are a popular cuisine made by a variety of flavors from around the world. They can be sweet or savory, steamed, boiled, baked, or fried. In Chinese cuisine, dumplings have been refined to an art form and are often eaten on special occasions like Chinese New Year. To make a dumpling, you first wrap a thin layer of dough around a filling. Dumplings can come in many different shapes. These are filled with shrimp and pork. Food prep technicians at this facility peel, devein, and sort shrimp for different kinds of dumplings. As they work, they double-check each shrimp for freshness and quality. The 30 people working at this station can peel 10,000 shrimp per hour. To make the dumpling dough, technicians begin the process by pouring all-purpose flour into this large mixing bowl. They add water at a ratio of 2 parts flour to 1 part water. A large dough hook mixes the 2 ingredients together. Periodically, the technicians stop the machine to manually test the dough for consistency. It's not ready yet. After more mixing, they test it again. This time, it's just right, soft and still elastic. To strengthen the dough structure, a worker begins folding and rolling it into lengths. At the next station, food prep technicians rip small chunks off the rolls. Then they weigh the chunks to ensure they meet the parameter of just 0.28 ounces apiece. 2 additional technicians collect the chunks and follow a 2-step process, in which they stand each piece on its round end before flattening it. They sprinkle the round discs with flour to keep them from sticking to each other when moved to the next station. The next step uses traditional cooking tools to transform each disc into a wrapper for a dumpling known as xiao mai. The food prep technicians wear protective clothing to prevent contamination. In-house quality control inspectors test the airborne bacteria levels in the facility every month to ensure that it meets the necessary standards. Creating the xiao mai wrapper requires high levels of skill. This worker's right hand rolls the dough, while his left hand rotates the wrapper in perfectly coordinated movements, turning out wafer-thin rounds at high speed. A second worker uses a different style of rolling pin to crimp the edges of the wrapping. The technicians on the left use a wooden spatula to scoop a portion of filling into each wrapper before placing them on a scale to ensure the weight is correct. Technicians on the right top off each dumpling with the shrimp. Inserting the shrimp is another step that requires carefully orchestrated hand movements to accomplish the task with speed and elegance. The worker is able to carefully tuck the shrimp into place with effortless movements of one hand. Dumplings come in all shapes and sizes. At another table, workers assemble a delicacy in the shape of a half moon. These dumplings start out with the same disc-shaped wrapper and the same xiao mai filling. Next, a worker uses a special crimping technique, pinching a series of small creases in the dough to seal them in a completely different way. By carefully arranging each dumpling, technicians can fit nearly 88 of them in one pan. Thanks to an amazing artisanal assembly line of skilled workers, the final product is almost too beautiful to eat.